Hello and welcome. It is the 11th of April 2018. My name is Derek. This is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades of the like within each his own risk and their own reward. I'll put a quick little video up and start off within Bitcoin, which was at close to 55 and has now retraced back down with the session on Thursday being that of 5.2% down. And it still has yet to come down to the previous area for where resistance was supposed to come in, or the Fibonacci level of 48 and a half. It still may. For now, it has had a correctionary price move as it has came down to the high end of the average prices of such front weighted. And you have your first correctionary test. It most certainly could be deeper. And originally on the play, when this was making its first move, what was really important when you were making these higher lows was to do that and hold these big levels. So at this stage, well, as long as you hold around 35, 36, and it did that. And then after this one, well, it hold that. Not long as it holds maybe 38, it broke through. And now it's well, where did this level of resistance come from? It's 4,100, and unless it can have some sort of phenomenal move, that's going to be a major level of support if price action is going to come down there. It could go either way. You could have a decent sized pullback and still be bullish. We could have a decent sized rally and still be bearish. For you could have a rally come up to maybe 6,000, even into like 9,000. And then this be or even 11, whatever. This could be this high, the next one's a lower one, and then it comes back down here, and then it goes to 1,000. And of course, as I'm stating, you could have a bullish sell-off as this 18 on the weekly just starting to rise. 18 average of lows is in at about 42, or highs rather 42. The lows at about 38. So therefore, that's most certainly going to be a very big area. It's already now done stage number 2 for reversal of trend. That is established level of resistance. It could establish it higher because via such, we can see that this 5% down day, the move to a little north of 5,000, isn't that much of a correction at all, given the move that preceded it. Among Litecoin and its weekly move, well, it's a bit bigger of a noticeable red candle move, but still well above this 18 average. When it's ready for a correction, that's going to be very big. And on the daily chart, it's done just that, having its correction within it. Still, its big level of resistance, just like for Bitcoin being at around the 4,100 barrier, this one at around 61 and change. We'll even say 60 because that's its general area, and it's a good, nice round number. So whether we're gonna have a decent sized break to this level of support, that to me is what's easy to note. If it breaks this level or this isn't where it's gonna successfully correct, we're probably gonna go down here. If we do find some stabilization in here, even if it takes some time to stay within this band, if it flattens out, getting out above it into the $90 range again, would give us good reason and good probability odd focused ideas towards okay, this is looking for a good play from this point. So whether it's going to have a big move down to here, and its next level of resistance would be about 125. Against that of Bitcoin, Litecoin that is, it did come back down to that previous key level. So therefore, my sale at this upper end here has been bought and back. All the other sales, of course, have not. And if it's going to go down further, probably the next level would be, we can just see here quickly that this level of previous 3 times hit resistance comes in at about 128. And the same sort of ideas within this. If this band flattens out, as you can see, something like this, ready for its move. Always watch out here for something like this, especially on the upside. I've seen this happen a few times, where you have a failed breakdown before the market goes up. Now, in this case, this was a global event because beforehand, Bitcoin had a huge phenomenal breakout against the dollar, and against the dollar here, Litecoin just like stayed sideways. So this went down, or it just didn't go up by its near its rate of ascent. So this went down, and then after Bitcoin's rally stopped, this started to pump up as Litecoin against the dollar did very phenomenal. within that time frame, of course. On the weekly chart for this, price remains in a solid uptrend. It's had a few legs higher. We got the first one, which was from the sideways move, second leg, third leg, fourth leg. There could be more, who knows on this, but within this, what I'm seeing is okay, we've had a firm amount of support here, we've had a firm amount of resistance above here. It does look as if that's where it's going to be heading down towards. If there's going to be any correctionary moves, finding support at this even one number I can see is very, very big, because if I'm going to try to draw out how it's going to make a move to any of these higher levels, well, yes, it could just go straight up instantly, and that's probably maybe the more favorite way of happening, at least viewing that of the monthly. But you could end up having a situation where maybe you have some red moves in here, candles, and then it does something like that. There's just so many possibilities along the way, and a lot of different altcoins taking the hit along the way. So here we have the volatility that DGB has up from 235 up to 4, now back down to 250. So therefore, this was a spot where I bought a little more of it again, because markets go down, I buy, markets go up, I'm going to be looking to sell. On the weekly chart for such, we can see it's at an interesting point, because either we see a failed breakout here and we might even test some areas and levels it hasn't seen since these lows in here, 150, 170, or we end up having support. And when these things are ready to go, and I'm not going to try to predict when, but when they are, this was one move here. We had a move here from this low to this high. We had this one from here to here. And this one here, you can see, oh, it's looking to break down. I'm like, okay, I got to get out of this. And okay, nope, it goes way up. Of course, this one was just a phenomenal, phenomenal move. And there you have it. So let's move on to the next coin.